What's up, guys, and welcome to today's video. Today we're back with a Battlegrounds Season 8. I know we are about a week into the release of this one, but still, just in case it helps anybody out, then I definitely want to get it out, just as, you know, the views on it are normally quite good, which hopefully means it's helping some people out, giving some people advice. So it's sort of why I want to bring it out. This one is, as you can see, is just a little screenshot of what we're working with here with the new nodes. I thought it'd be easier to have it on this one, just in case people sometimes are brand new to Battlegrounds and forget that there's that 300% health and 100% attack when when placed on defense. So just to keep that in mind. It also means that this regeneration is also quite large. Say their max health is now 300% more. That does make a large regeneration. 5% of their max health is quite large on the masochism node, so it's definitely something to consider there. So really, we're just going to be talking about good defenders and good attackers, and sort of why they're quite good, and then we'll get into a little bit of not so much gameplay, but it will just be a little bit of who my deck's going to be for this one. So I'm going to clear my deck, build it again, and sort of talk through the options, discuss with you guys maybe in the comments down below who I've got in, and then you can always make recommendations if you think I've got better champs for it. So let's jump straight into what the nodes are. Node number 1, Masochism over time. Whenever the defender is inflicted with a debuff, is immediately purified, and the defender gains a regeneration buff, granting 5% of their max health over 7 seconds. So the good thing about this node is that it has a 7-second cooldown. The bad thing is that 5% is a very, very large amount, and over 7 seconds is quite quick for regeneration to do that much. So, it's very difficult to stop. If you say are down to 20% of the champ, they will, get another 5%, get back up to 25%. If they're left blocking or doing their special attacks. So it's definitely something to keep in mind. This does mean that they champs who put a lot of debuffs on, you're talking your Black Panthers, Black Widows, Black Widow Deadly Origin, even just champs like Hercules' Infuriate, Kitty Pryde's non-phased Incinerates, not being passives. Any passive does bypass this, which is very, very handy. But champs who put a lot of regen, sort of, lot of debuffs on, does create a lot of regeneration there, especially when the cooldown is only 7 seconds. So if you're putting on lots of debuffs, this does then create lots of regeneration. So the node below it is Picture of Health. The defender is immune to regen rate modification. This means that it can't sort of be champs like Guillotine 2099 is unable to alter this regen with her SP2. She doesn't then cause a basically doesn't stop them from healing, or doesn't do any damage to them with that. This does make it a little bit more annoying. So champs with heal block and do, I believe, still work. So Warlock's Virus does still work here, but their regen rate is can't be modified. So that's how quick they regen. You can't slow that regen down. You cannot reverse that regen, which is something that a lot of champs do. So that is quite something to really keep in mind there. So why don't we now jump into who my deck's going to be and talk a bit more about that. Right, so we're at my deck, guys, and let's bring in the champions. So we'll start with champs who are very good for this. So champs that I have are very effective are, as I mentioned, champs who don't put on a lot of debuffs, if any. So someone like Shang-Chi, very, very good option. Kitty Pryde, another very good option here. Somebody like Quicksilver would be very good on defense with the regen, and then all the other annoying abilities that he does have. But on offense and putting them on attack will be very, very annoying. He'll put a lot of whiplashes on, which means causes a lot of regen. So somebody like Quicksilver, someone like I-Bomb. There, we've also got Ultron, even Mole Man, Black Panther and Black Widow, who we've previously mentioned, and even Archangel. Although his neurotoxin is a passive, he'll still be quite effective in this, but not as effective as he might have been once upon a time. So if we go through all the champs who I think it will be very good for this, I'll add them in. So Hercules, Shang-Chi, two very good ones. Silver Surfer, if I can avoid throwing heavies, that will stop them from giving the armor break. He is also my 7-star, so he's just somebody very, very useful to have in. Kitty Pryde, Quicksilver will be good on defense, and then Professor X there will be also very, very good on offense with his only gaining buffs rather than putting on debuffs. Overseer will put on quite a lot of debuffs, but on the defensive side, he's very annoying without auto block. Rintra, one of the best defenders in the game. I think we're going to take Gallon and Shocker, two very, very good ones. Shocker with that massive heavy, and Gallon with his harvest. Both of those two don't put on many debuffs, which means that can't be, they're not going to be able to cause a regen. Null is one who is good on defense, but probably won't be used on offense, on attack very much, just because he puts on a lot of those living abyss. I-Bomb is quite handy to have in there. What you guys do have to remember as well is that a lot of these are my rank 3s, sorry. So they're going to make the deck, even if they get banned or not used, they're worth having there. But this is sort of where we get into it a bit more. Warlock, very, very good for this. One of the best champs. His virus stops them from regenning, although he doesn't put on many debuffs as it is. On defense, he's very, very handy. So he's somebody worth having. Mordo is another one. Build up those Furies on you. You're not putting any debuffs down. Korg is a great one for defense as well. His giving him extra health is a massive bonus. Him and Rintra are very similar, where they already have big health pools and they already take a long time to take down. With extra regen, it does then just mean it's going to prolong the time. Annihilus, another great one for defense, and I'm not sure about Mole Man yet. I think I'll come back to him. Tigra, although she does have those ruptures, that neutralize will stop them from regenning. Then we've got Ebony Maw and Mephisto, two absolutely godly defenders, in my opinion. Really, really good. Falcon, excellent for this. High crits, great for Thing. This is where we get into a bit more of uncertainty. So now we've got currently 10 places left. So it's just about filling those 10 places with the best possible champs. So Bishop and Havoc are two I've thought about bringing to rank 2. I'm not 100% sure yet, just because Bishop is obviously a 7-star. Havoc might have to come up because I think he'll be very good for this meta in particular. I think I'm going to put in Thing. Very good defender, doesn't put many debuffs on. Gore does put on the debuffs, but as a defender, very annoying. The same with Shuri. Domino will obviously come in, as will Archangel because of his neurotoxins. Plus, he's just there as a... he makes people really think about the ban. I'm then going to put Ultron. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure about Ultron yet. I think I'm going to put him in case... because I've only got Warlock in here with an armor up who is able to counter say a Havoc, or who is very good against Bishop. Ultron is that man. Iron Doom will come in, very, very good defender. Does put on those shocks, which could be annoying, but he is good on as a defender. Well, not sure about Spidey 2099, but I think I'm going to go with... I haven't got many champs left to stick in. So I think I'm going to go back to the top. I'm going to put Mole Man in because he's a great option for Thing. Somebody who's bleed immune, Mole Man can be very effective. I'm going to put Hyperion in. With those Furies, he can do a big damage. And then 3 spots, 1 spot left for Magneto, Spider-Man 2099, Guillotine, Black Panther, or Hulkbuster. And I think I'm going to lean towards... I think I'm going to go with Mr. Sinister. He takes a long time to take down. The extra regen is only going to benefit him. He is also awakened, which helps him out quite a bit. So that's going to be my deck. Do you think I should have took in somebody else? Do let me know down in the comments below. So now we'll just have a little chat about who you guys should use as great options. So on defense, the normal defenders work. Anyone who takes a lot of time or who benefits from an extra bit of regen, like I mentioned, you've got your Rintras and your Quicksilvers benefit from a bit more health. Korg, Warlock, those champions who, if they get some healing, will only benefit more. Defenders, is your regular defenders are going to be very good for this one. Defenders like Thing, who are sort of dual, who are immune to bleed, won't get that regeneration, obviously, if they're immune. But stuns and things like that will still cause the defender to be regened. So that is something definitely to keep in mind. On the attacking side, this is sort of the big one. Hercules, is a great champ, as he always is, with that immortality. Just be careful of putting on his Infuriate. Try not to hit once, dash back to set that Infuriate up. Other great champs, Kingpin, very, very good champ. Don't throw his SP1. You won't get a degeneration, which means it won't be purified and regen started. Shang-Chi, another very, very great champ. Shocker, one of the new champs who I've got in my deck, really great. If we're thinking of science champs, Human Torch could be quite good with this if he's flame on instantly. Because that is a passive, it can't be purified. So that is something that is worth thinking about. I would also say he's quite a useful one in there. Tech champs are big ones like Warlock. Even Nimrod is quite good. He doesn't put on many debuffs, and when he does, they are passives in those shocks on his SP2. There are just a whole ton of champs that you guys can use for this. Just keep in mind that when you do put in on those debuffs, that they are probably the first one will be purified, then there's a 7-second cooldown, and then they'll be purified again. So really do keep that in mind. Hopefully this video has helped you out. Thank you guys for all the support recently. We're almost at 550 subscribers, and that is just a massive accomplishment, and I thank you all so much for that. If you're enjoying and you're new around here, please do subscribe. The Discord and my Twitter link will be in the comment description down below, so join that if you're not joined already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.